Utsawatch. My name is Mariana Moscoso, they, them pronouns, located in occupied Miwok Maidu Nishanan Patuan territory, and I am the Transformative Arts Program Manager at the California Arts Council. Transformative Arts, formerly known as Arts and Corrections, is a program made possible through the partnership between the California Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation and the California Arts Council. The program is designed to have a positive impact on social and emotional well-being of people experiencing incarceration, to promote healing both inside and outside the boundaries of the institutions. It is administered at all 36 state adult correctional facilities across California. The services span the full spectrum of art disciplines, with organizations offering instruction in visual, literary, media, performing, cultural, and traditional arts. Now, you may be wondering why we've changed our name, so I'm here to share with you our process and why we believe it's so important. Since 2018, our agency has participated in a program called the Government Alliance on Race and Equity, a state initiative that urges public agencies to honor their responsibility of serving all people by actively working to repair the harm perpetuated by government through the implementation of equitable policies. We believe language is powerful and it has the power to shape our world. With this framework in mind, our team has been prioritizing efforts to break down barriers caused by inequities and challenge the status quo to create a culture shift within prison arts programming, words included. With this understanding on language, we knew we could no longer focus on the condition, that is, being in prison, that our participants are experiencing, but rather wanted to focus on positive aspects of the program that can transform people's lives, because art gives people the opportunity and tools to imagine other possibilities for themselves and the world. The name change process began about 2 years ago with an initial presentation to California Arts Council staff for feedback and input. This was followed by community presentations, with the first being at the University of California, Los Angeles, at Connecting Art and Law, and then an online webinar. In these presentations, we walked participants through a series of activities, our methodology, and asked folks to submit their new name ideas. The most exciting part of this whole process was asking our community inside the prisons their thoughts about the name change. And ultimately, it was them that made the choice for transformative arts to reflect their experiences in this program. I leave you with the wisdom of Audre Lorde that says, without community, there is no liberation. And this name change and its process is just one step towards our collective liberation, an action that makes sure our community inside prisons are seen and heard in their whole humanness and all of their wonderful possibilities.
Hello everyone, my name is Richard Loya. I am an alumni and now program manager of the Actors Gang Prison Project. I was formerly incarcerated. I was a lifer. I spent 30 years in prison. And if you can imagine what 30 years can do to a person, to me, right? Speaking for me, I became really hardened in heart. I was so disconnected from my emotions, from humanity, right? And so it wasn't until the Actors Gang came in through the Arts and Corrections and just gave me a different view, gave me a different perspective on how to reconnect with those emotions through a very high intense style of theater. And so yes, Arts and Corrections definitely had a big role and impact on my life. It's the reason why I'm home now.
Hi, my name's Dwight, 65 years old. I'm a former lifer, and had the good fortune in July of 2020 to finally parole from San Quentin State Prison, where I spent the last 10 of my 18 years of incarceration. I'm a musician, an artist, a drummer and a percussionist, a bass player. I am a creative collaborator. Look, simply put, involvement in the creative arts along with my faith were the two main things that got me through my incarceration. I experienced personal growth and healing from the traumas that led me to prison. And also I found my path to offer some form of healing to those that I caused harm to. It's all about transformation, and it's all about responsibility and being accountable. So my goal through my art is to continue to reach out. We had a saying at San Quentin that healed people heal people. It's a process, and the music and the arts is a major part of it. So thank you for the opportunity to talk and to meet you this way. Thank you.
My name is Mark Taylor, and while I was incarcerated in Ironwood State Prison, I had the honor of participating in the Prison Arts Collective, which is a part of the Transformative Arts Program. This program and the people who run it have had a profoundly positive impact on my life, not only while I was incarcerated, but after my release as well. This program helped me develop a deep appreciation for all forms of art, including everything from painting to creative writing. Another thing that this program does extremely well is it creates safe spaces for incarcerated artists to express themselves in healthy and productive manners. It also creates vibrant communities of artists that support one another, not only in their artistic endeavors, but in their rehabilitative processes too. And that is the beautiful thing about the Transformative Arts Program. It promotes healing, and for that, I'm eternally grateful.
My name is John Giroux. I paroled April 13th, 2019, after 24 years. I participated in 2 arts and corrections groups over the years. The first was screenwriting class, Lancaster D Yard, level 4, around 1997 through 2000. The facilitators were Leah Jokey and Shem Bitterman. And this class introduced a genre of writing that was wholly new to me. My other experience with arts and corrections was later at Soledad Central under artist facilitator Jack Bauer. As a volunteer, I tutored other prisoners in music theory and bass guitar. This was rewarding and great for my self-esteem because it gave me an opportunity to use my skills and talents to serve others. There were no milestone credits back then towards early release. We took classes in those days simply because we wanted to pursue our interests. That was the only motivation we had.
Me llamo Alejandra. Hi, my name is Alejandra, teaching artist with Marin Shakespeare Company. The word transformative evokes images of a cocoon sheltering a body as it transforms into a new state of being. Adopting the name Transformative Arts proclaims that people who are incarcerated are more than their incarceration and recognizes the safe, brave, nourishing, and uplifting space only the arts can provide. Transformative Arts asks us to boldly reclaim empathetic, inclusive, people-first creativity and to reimagine incarceration as a space with the possibility of growth, change, and coming into one's own power. Felicitaciones por su cambio de nombre y bienvenidos. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Ayana Kibori. My pronouns are she, her, hers, and I serve as the Deputy Director of the California Arts Council. I am so thrilled that the name has changed for the program to Transformative Arts because I believe that that title better represents the impacts of the program. I can't tell you the number of individuals whom I've met and whom I've heard from who share their intimate stories of how art and the access to art, the expression of art, has healed them, has unearthed trauma, has helped them to understand a new perspective about their past and the bright future that's ahead of them, and ways to cope with life as life is once they're out of the institution. So I'm grateful that Transformative Arts is here. I'm glad that it represents the equity focus of our agency, and I know it's going to continue to change lives.
Hi, my name is Annie Buckley, and I'm the founder and director of Prison Arts Collective based in San Diego State University. We are grateful to be part of Arts and Corrections, now Transformative Arts, since 2015. I'm excited about the name change because this new name features what is so vital about this work, the processes of transformation through the arts. We experience this with our participants in prisons across the state of California, with program alumni that re-enter our communities, and with faculty, students, and staff that collaborate to create our program. We believe in art as a human right, and each time we work with our participants, we experience the transformative power of art to create positive change in individual hearts and minds, in communities, and in the world.
We are
Carlos Aguirre,
Tassiel Bastro,
Roman Gonzalez,
David Morales,
Alicia Nelson,
Jed Fasario,
Kendall Rainey,
Samantha Ritchie,
Alex Trono,
Karen Altry-Pian, and we are members of the Red Ladder Theater Company.
We are a social justice theater company
that is fortunate enough to work as an ensemble
with artists in 9 different prisons
throughout Northern California.
Transformative Arts is important to California
because there are so many amazing artists with whom we have the opportunity to work.
And through this work, their ideas, their creativity is brought to life.
They get to share their stories.
and we get to amplify their voices.
The experience is truly transformative.